ago.
Tell me what you saw in the video that you thought was a big reason for why he was been struggling.
The inconsistency to me is since the injury and coming back, he has shortened up his arm path. And what that means is when you get your hands together and you come in the set, you pull your hand out of the glove.
Here's a ball to demonstrate.
It's not even a ball thing. It's just a mechanical thing of how far down you let your arm swing. His normal arm path, if you go back to his 2020 season, 2019 season, big, long arm path that helps to generate speed. It's also a timing mechanism. Now he has a much shorter arm path, and it's not working. The pitches are moving differently on him. They're not staying as true. So his 95, 96, it's still there, but the ball's having run to it now, and there's more movement to it where the ball's going over the plate. That's what happened with Will Smith's pitch, and that's also what happened with the game tying hit to the rookie, where it leaked right back over the plate. It was supposed to be a fastball inside. It's something that was noticeable instantly to me because it looked awkward. I said, that's not the Seth Lugo I know. And I went back and looked at the video on YouTube of 2019 and 2020, and he used to have this big, long, fluid motion. And now that he's shortened it up, you're seeing a guy who's struggling with command, because if you look at probably the metrics of it, it's maybe higher spin rate, it may be, the same velocity, and it may feel to him like it's less effort to do it. But the movement is different. The balls are leaking back over the plate. The ball's not staying true, with the backspin staying behind the ball and putting it right where he wants.
So for our video viewers, let's get a demonstration. You can move the mic, just don't knock it over. I want you to stand and show us the arm slot, the kinetic chains of how this works here. This could be a good demonstration here with the mic. Yeah, there you go.
It's very simple. If you're looking at it, and here he is with the baseball. When he pulls his hand out of his glove, normally would go all the way down below his waist. It's a circular motion where you're trying to generate arm speed, but you're storing all that energy as you take it out from behind, and you start to store that energy, and then you make the transfer from front to back. You're trying to throw this baseball and get it on time with the release point out there. Now he's taking the ball out of his glove, and he's only pulling it down about halfway, just pulling his elbow back. So he's just rocking his elbow back, which makes it very short arm action, picks it up by his ear, and it's still 95, 96, but the ball has now some side motion that the ball's running back over the plate, where normally when you have this nice long arm path, when you're on time, you stay behind the ball, and the ball stays truer and spins straighter towards the plate.
Should we be sending that to Jeremy Hefner? Like, is this something that easily is fixable, and how does he fix it?
Well, the point is that he's probably been working on shortening that arm path, because there's a lot of researchers, and one of my good friends who came up with me with the Phillies, he's one of the co-creators of this pocket whip and stick idea and concept. His name is Dave Coggin. He was a first-round draft pick with the Phillies, and he was often injured, and he figured out this way that the way that quarterbacks move their arms. It's more like a quarterback in the pocket when he drops back and he pulls his elbow back to then throw the football. They don't have the big long arm swing, and they throw the ball just as hard as anybody else. Most quarterbacks have been drafted to play Major League Baseball because they have strong arms, and throwing from a mound or a shortstop, they're 96 miles an hour. The mechanics of throwing a football are a lot more efficient to throwing the ball and getting rid of it on time. And so that's what this transfer has been over the last 3 years, I would say, where you're seeing these increases in velocities, but these guys aren't as accurate with their stuff. So you're losing something. You're gaining something, but you're also losing something at the same time. And when you're doing it during a season, it's very difficult to compete that way, because you feel like you're doing everything right, but you see the movement on the ball, and you can see Lugo's reactions to things. Like, he looks like he's confused out there as why the ball is moving so much sideways and not staying as true as before.